Welcome to Talking About Noise.
This is your host, Art Moore.
This is your other host, Eric Hansen.
I was going to say, you came in really early.
Yeah, and that was confusing for you saying my name versus your name. But, you know, whatever.
Boop. Just got to let the music play out, right?
Here we go.
And then it just fades.
And we're out.
My happiness is gone.
That's the end of the podcast, folks. We're done.
Yay.
Hope you enjoyed that. That was all we had to talk about.
That was a great show. Thank you a lot. Actually, it'd be fun to do a concert one time and like totally play with people's minds. So it's my understanding that Jethro Tull and Frank Zappa did this kind of stuff all the time. Like they just go out and just stand there for 5 minutes, not do anything, just stand there and just see what people would do.
Okay. They would probably get frustrated at some point, I am guessing.
Yeah. Well, and they just stand there until people start getting angry, and then they would start playing. But they were weird enough, like they could handle it. I couldn't handle the pressure.
All right.
But that would be fun. Like come out and be like, hey, everybody, thank you a lot. That was fun. We'll see you later. And then start your set. Okay, anyway.
And then start your set?
I just realized that was stupid. I take it back.
Well, okay. So there's a lot of kind of weird, crazy things that bands try to do on stage.
Uh-huh.
And they're all seem like inside jokes and yeah.
And usually doesn't work.
Yeah, not a great
Doesn't come across. Like that time that you came out in that bra. Remember that? That was so awesome.
Hey, that bra was underneath my shirt, and I was fully dressed the entire time.
I was fully modest.
I'm kidding, of course.
And then you flung your shirt around, and you were like, woo, baby.
Yeah, that's our friend Clark.
Oh, right.
By the way, I think we should put a link to Clark's video on our website.
So that should actually be part of our news, is our friend Clark did a music video to Shake It Off. Shake It Off?
Yeah, Shake It Off by Taylor Swift.
It's swagalicious.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah, he's got the gold chains going, so we should do that.
Yeah.
You should actually make that your pick of the week.
I'll make that my pick of the week. It's not. I'm not sure what it is or to what purpose they did it.
I'm not either.
We have to
kind
ask
of painful
questions. Yeah. So our friend Clark is, of course, a very tall and not a thin man, but not.
We say big boned. In
not
these
necessarily
parts.
Too heavy either. He's not like a big fat guy.
We say husky.
Yeah, he's just kind of a husky guy.
A huge beard.
And with a big red beard. I mean, he looks like a ginger Santa Claus. Really.
Yeah.
It's a good. I think that's an apt.
An Irish Santa Claus.
Yeah, an Irish Santa Claus. And then our friend Steve, who's been on the podcast, he was like right in the background with the bass and dancing around.
Yeah.
So that was a thing.
Yeah, that totally happened.
Yeah.
So anyway, tough week. I totally shot my voice.
Oh no.
Out. Like I have not sung anything for a good week. I'm not great. I get that. Not a good singer. But I'm out of commission.
But you're struggling.
My voice hurts. So anyway, I heard chamomile tea works great.
Lemon helps, lemon water.
Yeah, I've been doing that.
Let's see here.
So anyway, I guess you got to take a break,
Yeah, sometimes you just got to take a break and rest your voice.
Sometimes you feel like it not.
My voice really hasn't been the same since I had my surgery in January to get my tonsils taken out, and it has been a big struggle to try and to regain any kind of singing back. And I'm not really practicing very much either. So my main thing at church is my main place to sing is at church, and so I'll show up and really kind of struggle with the basic opening hymn or whatever. And it's just like, man, this is hard. I need to practice. I need to take Eric's vocal coaching class or something. I don't know.
My vocal Yeah, I have a bunch of exercises on my Google Music Play account that I will listen to. And it's just like, la, 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 over and over and over again, right? It's all the stuff that you just sing along to.
That's cool.
And without fail, I'll open it up and Google will be like, how would you like music for a refreshing morning? Give it to me, Google. Tell me what you got.
Yeah.
And then you hear, la, 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 la. They give me all the music I've got.
So that's the thing that's killing me with Google Play is like that little screen there for the streaming service takes up all of the space on my phone. And then I'm like, I want to listen to what I listened to recently. And so I'll go to the recent section, and none of this stuff is recent. None of this stuff is stuff I've actually listened to
Whatever.
recently.
You get there and you're like, Ariana Grande. Well, I didn't listen to that. That's not me.
So when I
Google.
am looking for Ariana Grande, I want to find my Ariana Grande. I can't. That's the problem.
Yeah.
See how I took that in different
I know,
direction
yeah.
than we were
You
expecting?
embraced it.
I went with it.
You embraced your guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
Which
Anyway,
is good.
so I am looking for a new streaming service, and I haven't decided which one to settle in on.
So I hear this one called Tidal is fantastic.
I know I was gonna actually try Tidal and bring
It is so good.
bring the user experience back to us here at the show. I know we've kind of I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
You've done Spotify, right?
I've done Spotify, and Spotify was good. I like that.
Oh, okay.
I've done Rhapsody, and Rhapsody was pretty good. And so, what are the other ones out there? There's Amazon Music Prime, right?
Yeah, but that's not the same as these other ones.
How so?
So all of the Amazon entertainment services are basically halfway to full subscription. They say, hey, we have this stuff for free, or you can buy the brand new stuff for full price and just add it to your library.
So I've noticed that with the movies and the movies and TV shows for
Yeah,
sure.
same thing with their music.
But I haven't noticed that with the music. So I'll have to. My wife uses it exclusively, so I'll have to see because we have Prime.
Yeah, go try and find like
Prime.
Muse's latest album.
And it won't be on there.
It'll be $10.
Okay, so that stinks.
Well,
for the user,
yeah.
I can understand it. Anyway, all right. Well, I'll try something out.
So
Maybe
anyway,
I'll go back to Spotify.
Yeah, I don't know. Try something new and give us a review.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Move on to the news.
Moving on to the news. I haven't even gotten my keyboard up for all of the sound files yet. So, anyways, here we are. Moving on to the news. News.
Oh, is that how we're going to start it now?
I don't know.
Let's see. What is the NPR? I don't even remember anymore.
You want to do the NPR voice?
Wait, that's
Well,
not
apparently, I mean, that isn't kind of interesting. There was an article a few weeks ago about the NPR voice and what they do technically to achieve that sound. Because it's very different than like an FM radio sound.
Oh, well, yeah.
Like our sound is, more along those FM radio sound type of a thing. But the NPR sound, they use U87s for that, Neumann U87 mics, which of course are very expensive.
Awesome.
But they've standardized on that one microphone. They've standardized on the most expensive microphone there is to do that. So
Interesting.
yeah, it is interesting seeing how that's a studio standard, just an amazing mic. But then you have things like the RE20, the Electro Voice RE20, which is also a standard for broadcast. It's a large diaphragm dynamic mic instead of a condenser mic. And that's what we use here, not the RE20s, but we use different kinds of large diaphragm dynamics. I'm on the Heil PR30, and you are on the MXL BCD1, which we both agreed was a really, really cool mic. And you hate the name dropping. You're just like, how do you memorize all of these names?
So anyway, in the news, Art,
Yeah, let's go back to the real news.
I decided to go political on you. We are now a political podcast.
Are we going to talk about Trump?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, sorry.
We should have. I should dig something up. That's like a gold mine.
A gold mine of audio
A
information.
gold mine of awesomeness.
Audio news.
Nah.
The microphone that Trump used at the debates last week.
All right. I really loved that dynamic microphone condenser stuff. Anyway, the president.
You're a nerd because you love all this stuff, but you pretend like you don't.
Yeah,
You
that's pretty much my life.
Yeah. You're in
I
love
have to
with it.
pretend to hate everything I love.
That's right.
I'm walking around all angsty all day.
That's right.
And I hate my love that I love. The president, your favorite president ever,
El Presidente.
El Presidente Obama, released his president's playlist. This is huge.
All right.
This is huge
Let's hear it.
news.
What's on it?
Because this is as political as we're going to get.
Yeah, that's as political as this show gets.
The Temptations, Ain't Too Proud to Beg. The Isley Brothers, Live It Up. Bob Dylan, Tombstone Blues. Bob Marley, So Much Trouble in the World. Coldplay, Paradise.
So this playlist seems manufactured, and it feels
It's exactly
completely
what I was going to say.
like I would never put these songs all in one playlist. This is not. This doesn't help me work out.
Yeah.
This doesn't help me sleep. This doesn't help me concentrate, or this doesn't help me rock out. It's just a playlist of politically correct, cool songs.
So here's what happened. A bunch of consultants in the left wing of the
think tank.
this think tank were like,
They had the playlist think tank.
we need to release something that makes Obama feel warm and comfortable to the average American.
What if we did a playlist?
Add,
Like a mixtape? Is Barack Obama trying to get us to listen to his mixtape?
Yeah,
That's the next
exactly.
thing I'm expecting.
So you midway through this summer jam, right? Obama's mixtape drops, and you're
That's
like,
right.
"Oh, that's hot."
Obama's like sitting there, he's like, I would like to talk about Iran and all the issues that we have with the deal
And then like
that we have with him.
boom.
And my mixtape has dropped. So make sure
Yeah.
you listen to the mixtape.
The dubstep.
It is dropped.
Yes, that would be hilarious.
You can get it on soundcloud.com/
But I was
Barack
like,
Obama.
I completely agree with you. I was like, yeah, this is total BS.
DJ Jesse B.
His real thing, he's like, pump up that Rage Against the Machine. I want to hear the communist.
What do you think he actually listens to? What do you think Barack Obama actually, like, he's done with the day. He's dealt with a lot, maybe some international crises that, that we don't ever hear about. And he has dinner with Michelle and the girls.
I know exactly what he's dropping.
Sitting down with maybe his newspaper or a book. What do you think he listens to?
It says, Michelle, drop it. And it's NWA. Old school. You hear that straight out of Compton. And he's running around like, he puts on his like bandana. He's like, that's right, I'm straight out of Compton. I know it. It happens.
Nice.
That is every night at the White House.
Do you think the Secret Service just like kind of bring in like some cardboard and he just like starts breaking it right there in the Lincoln bedroom?
I will say yes, and then yes.
And then yes. All right.
Yep.
I'm not sure if we're racist or not, but this is pretty funny.
Wait. How dare you drop the racist card?
So,
if I'm going to be racist, I will declare myself a racist, darn you.
So, Straight Outta Compton is coming to theaters. There's a movie.
It's already out.
With that. Oh, it's already out.
Where?
I don't know. Have you seen the trailers? Have you heard the reviews of it? Are you interested in it?
I don't watch trailers anymore. I told you this.
Yeah,
It ruins
I kind
the
of
movie.
don't. I try to stay away from them as well.
They give away
but it's got
so
Paul
much.
Giamatti in there, and that makes me excited.
Yeah.
So, and I think it's sad that I'm excited for the one white guy in the Straight Outta Compton movie.
I was about to just bring that up.
I just kind of caught myself on that.
No, I want to see it. It looks great.
Yeah, we should go see it. I think that would be interesting.
Hand in hand.
I
Bro
would.
night.
I would, but I always get a large popcorn and a large drink. So,
And we're gonna skip to the movie theater. And
I'm
feel
not. I'm not spilling my popcorn.
what are you guys seeing together? Straight Outta Compton, fool. So
That sounds good.
moving on, I got one more piece of news.
Yeah, what is it?
So this is big. This is huge. This is so big for me, anyway. Okay, so Rolling Stone. So I read Rolling Stone on a daily basis.
All right.
The mag,
Like online or the magazine itself?
Both.
You get it in the mail?
Yeah. No. Google Nexus. Whatever.
Oh, right. Oh,
Digital.
that's the thing. You get digital.
That 1 to 0 thing. Whatever. So they dropped the 100 greatest songwriters of all time. Pop music, right? Pop, rock, whatever. Past from 1950 onward. 100 greatest songwriters.
All right.
Obviously, you can't go past that because then you're getting into, is Beethoven better than Mozart?
Yeah, Beethoven is in 1950.
Exactly.
He's
That's why I said you can't go before then.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like, songwriting really became like a business and an industry in the 40s and 50s.
Yep. 20s and 30s.
Maybe before then, but jazz took a big...
Our flowering is 50s, right?
All right. We'll stick with the 50s.
So, we, on the podcast, we're going to take time and break down every single one of these songwriters after we get past the top 10. The reason we're not going to do the top 10 is they're so freaking famous. It's almost like, people just kind of nod their heads like, yeah, of course.
Okay.
But this surprised me.
That sounds good.
Okay, so number 1 on the list shocked me a bit. Bob Dylan.
Really?
Really? Really, really?
That's interesting.
Yeah. So you and I have never gotten into Bob Dylan.
I'm not a fan, and I just haven't taken the time to really get into it. So,
Quote, Bob Dylan's vision of American pop music was transformative. No one set the bar higher or had greater impact. If you want to write songs that are bigger than your life, he wrote in his memoir, make your life bigger than it actually is.
okay. Well, thank goodness Facebook allows me to do that very easily.
Oh, man. Instant Bob Dylan eyes. So
look at what I'm doing. Here's a picture of it.
So they, and this, I hear this often. So in my history of rock and roll, I've got like 3 or 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those history of rock and roll, Time Warner videos or whatever. I love those things.
Right.
I eat those up. And they all devote like a good half-hour segment to Bob Dylan.
Oh, it's so interesting.
And
it's kind of
how
like,
he changed everything.
You're probably like telling your wife, sorry, sweetheart, I'm not coming to bed tonight. I know that one of the infomercials is going to be on tonight, and I want to order it. I'm really excited about it. I've got my snacks. I've got my drink. I'm going to watch the whole thing. It's going to be fantastic, and then I'm going to order it.
Got me down, man. Except I'm just eating straight butter cubes. I forget the popcorn.
Butter cubes. Oh, that makes me sad somehow. Like, do you just eat the individually wrapped ones, or
we deep fat fry it in America, Art? Deep fat fry it
in America?
In America,
in an American shaped deep fat fry.
Oh, that would actually be funny. Like have a corn dog, corn buttered. Deep fat. Oh, I can't even say it.
Yeah. All
without
right.
having a heart
Moving
attack.
on.
Okay, so I find that interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Definitely.
Number 2 and 3 seem to be no-brainers to me. That's Paul McCartney and John Lennon.
Okay. Yeah.
You know,
I can agree with that.
Beatles thing. You know, that happened.
Yeah.
For whatever, 10 years. I don't know. Beatlemania.
Yeah. So the Beatles are definitely one thing, but both of them were, and Paul McCartney still is, prolific songwriters throughout the rest of their life as well. They worked.
So speaking of my, history of rock and roll, so they interviewed Tom Petty, and he was like, if you think about it, it was actually just dumb luck that they happened to turn out to be one of the best songwriters ever. It's like anyone could have become famous at that time in history, right?
Well, part of it was just working. Like they spent how many years as a band in Germany, like doing absolutely the worst gigs ever and working.
Right.
And then it wasn't like they just like popped up one day and were like, hey, look, we're the Beatles.
Yeah, hey, we're awesome.
We're amazing.
Well, if you listen to their first stuff, it's boring, right?
A little bit, yeah.
It's just, typical early 60s stuff. It's boring. But it just so happened they turned out to be amazing songwriters that really changed rock and roll.
Yeah.
I thought that was quite fascinating.
Yeah, definitely.
Number 4, Chuck Berry. I know, I did the same thing, right? Yeah.
I like that he made number 4.
Yeah. Okay, so
that's amazing.
Quote, he was rock and roll's first singer-songwriter and the music's first guitar hero as well. But Berry was a Muddy Waters fan who quickly learned the power of his own boundary-crossing songs of novelties and feelings of fun and frolic. When he transformed a country song, Ida Red, into his single titled Maybelline, it became a top 5 hit.
Wow.
So he took, some older material, turned it into his own, boom. Not to mention that at the time, very racially divided America, he was able to kind of shoot through the racially divided gap and become his own rock and roll icon.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm very happy about that.
But another thing I did not realize is a lot of people give credit to Chuck Berry as their inspiration for becoming songwriters.
Well, I mean, we all saw Back to the Future.
Oh, man. I completely forgot about that.
So. Hey, Chuck! It's your cousin, Marvin Berry. You looking for that new sound? Well, listen to this.
So I actually had a guitar student that was like, hey, I want to learn Johnny Be Good, from that movie. I'm like, okay. We pull up the scene. start playing it, and how he's like, this is the blues riff in B, watch me for the changes and try to keep up. I start playing it in B, I'm like, this is not in B.
I think it's in B flat.
It's in B
it?
flat.
Yeah.
Like, you guys are way off.
you guys are a whole half a step off. How did you do that?
So funny. Okay, so number 5, before we move on.
I think I had that same experience. Like, pulling up the VHS and being like, all right, what, let's play this. All right, we're in the key of B. All right, let's do this.
Great. Wow. Okay, number 5, Smokey Robinson. I need to research. I need to get into some Smokey Robinson.
Yeah, he's pretty great. It seems like what's the name of the title? The greatest songwriters or the most influential songwriters?
The greatest. Which influential is included in that?
Yeah,
right?
I mean, like you have to
be great. You have to be influential.
You have to have some of that like into the mix or whatever. But like these are definitely feel like the most influential, like the ones that like were really kind of at the beginning of the industry and the beginning of things really coming together, and like very early songwriters versus later ones. But maybe that's how it goes.
I don't know. We're talking, I mean, that's late 60s, right? So we've got a good 10 years, 15 years worth of pop music, rock and roll music in our pocket already. So
yeah. All right. Cool.
Anyway, quote, Smokey Robinson was like a god in our eyes. Paul McCartney. The melodic and lyrical genius behind Motown's greatest hits is the most influential and innovative R&B tunesmith of all time. Robinson was an elegant, delicate singer and poetic writer whose songs brought new levels of nuance to the top 40. So I took this as a challenge, right? I said, greatest songwriters, huh? We're going to take a songwriter a week, analyze one of their songs.
All right. I think that's cool.
We will learn from the best, apparently. The top.
According to Rolling Stone magazine.
Which is pretty much the truth. Anything they say is the truth.
It's pretty great.
Unless it has to deal with Virginia and their college campuses. Other than that, it's the truth. Whatever they say is the truth.
I definitely feel like there's something I should be remembering, and
no,
I kind
don't.
of remember
just
it a
block
little bit.
it. Block it from your memory.
All right. Okay.
If it's on the internet, it's the truth. Chemtrails, people. Why can't you see? Okay. I've been talking to YouTubers.
Come back to us. Come back to us, Eric. Come back to us.
Wake up, people. Illuminati. Wake up, everyone. Anyway, so I got a songwriting segment. What do you got?
I want to talk about headphones, so let's do that first.
Let's move on to, we'll call it the headphone segment.
The headphone segment. You were just mentioning today that you need a new pair of monitoring or mixing headphones.
Yeah, I need some good neutral headphones.
And so we were going to talk a little bit about the different types of headphones today and why you should use one over another for a particular application.
And we honestly did not plan that. That really happened.
I was kind of thinking about this beforehand, and then Eric was like, man, I need some new headphones. And I was like, we're just about to talk to that about that.
Then I was totally like, no way. And you were like, so way. I have like so many headphones. And I was like, no way.
It's something like that.
That's
exactly.
pretty much all I got.
Anyway, there are two main, when you're talking about mixing headphones, let's go. Okay, here's where I'm going to start. You've got consumer headphones. We're
going to watch the mind of art unfold before us. This is
you have fun. Consumer headphones. You have tracking headphones, and you have mixing headphones. So some of them can cross over. Like for instance, if you have consumer headphones, say like some Beats or some Souls or something like that, you can use those for tracking. But I wouldn't use them for mixing for sure.
Oh yeah.
They tend to be overhyped. And that means they have
don't buy Beats
way
headphones.
way too much bass, and they have too much of the super high end. So you have to watch out for that.
Yeah, Beats are awful.
Yeah. So when you get into prosumer audio type stuff, you're looking at two different types of headphones, and really you need to be considering like, what am I going to be using these for? You have tracking headphones, which are closed back headphones. They are completely encased, and very little to no sound comes out of them. So, for instance, right now, Eric and I are using a couple of Sennheiser headphones, and I've had them for like 10 years. Sennheiser headphones, and they're great. They're closed back, and I only ever really hear anything come through the headphones when I'm recording something very, very quietly and the click starts to bleed through. So I have to automate the click to kind of take care of that at the end of songs.
Like a click track.
Like a click track, especially if the singer needs it really, really loud. So it's like the predominant thing in their head, and they just hear this, and it starts coming through the headphones into the mic. Oh, that's a hard thing to edit out. So you have to watch out for that with any headphones, but closed back headphones really help minimize that. Now, there are sound canceling headphones, and these would also be closed back headphones. And you have some made by Bose, you have some made by some other companies. These I probably would not use for
you're not supposed to use those
audio.
For any audio. That's just for consumer entertainment.
So you don't necessarily need noise canceling headphones to reduce the bleed from your headphones into your mic when you're recording.
That's not the point of the noise cancellation.
You
don't use
those. So
just use them when you're on an airplane.
They're super expensive,
or when you're on.
And I don't think they really like they cut. I don't think they cut it, honestly.
Well, so the noise canceling generates a wavelength, right?
That's in direct inversion of the phase of whatever noise you're hearing. Right.
But that's at the expense of some other wavelengths that will come out of your headphones.
Yeah. So there's a lot of weird issues there, and I'm not a big fan of them. Anyways, whatever. Moving on, you also have open back headphones. Whoops. And open back headphones have like a mesh behind them. And these you would use for a mixing application. So you'd use these to get a more, because of the closed back kind of emphasizes the bass response in your headphones, the open back gives you more natural kind of feel when you're mixing. The problem with these is that they leak sound everywhere. So you cannot use these for tracking. And using them in a public setting is iffy at best. For me, that kind of like defeats the purpose of wearing headphones. Is like, if I'm going to mix something and I need a good response, I'm going to listen to it on my speakers. So, again, open back headphones, there's some great ones out there. Personally, if you are in a home studio type of thing, I probably wouldn't spend more than $100 to $200 on any pair of headphones, but you can get some really great ones at about that price range, from Sennheiser and from AKG, for mixing specifically. So I personally am a big Sennheiser fan. That's all the headphones I have. I haven't even touched AKG because I just like the Sennheisers, but I also am excited about the Heil Pro 3, their new closed back headphone system. And the thing about this one is, and Heil is kind of like, they're kind of like the odd guys. They take like technology that's like, it's been around forever, and they kind of like rethink it a little bit and make really, really great stuff out of it.
Even more awesomer.
Yeah. So they take a dynamic microphone and like, for instance, this microphone that I'm on right now, the PR30, and it can be used as an overhead mic for drums because of its high frequency response, and because the magnets in it are so much bigger. And so they have a very specific way of making their magnets for their dynamic mics. And so they've also done a pair of headphones that have amazing reviews. And it's the next set of headphones I'm actually going to buy, is the Heil PR, or the Heil headset.
How much are they?
They're $100.
Oh.
And they're supposed to be great for mixing and for, tracking.
Tracking. Okay.
Closed back headphones. So
there we go.
Yeah, so I'm going to try those out, and I'll come back and tell you about them.
Stamp of approval.
Yeah, for sure.
Art approved. That's what we're buying.
Yep. Now, if you are building a studio in your home and you need multiple sets of headphones, the one that I've seen suggested more often than not are the mono-price DJ headphones. They're super inexpensive, and when you're dealing with headphones that other people are going to be wearing, that's what you got to focus in on. Something that is accurate, is cheap, and if it breaks, no one's crying about it.
How much are those?
They're $20.
Hey, now we're talking.
Yeah, and they're supposed to be very good for tracking. Maybe not necessarily mixing, but for tracking they would be fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
So
people can treat them like crap, and they just keep coming back.
yeah,
You see,
they
I
just keep coming.
a rhyme there. That was
Yeah,
good.
right. Okay, last thing I would like to talk about are just earbud headphones. So if you have Apple iPhone earbud headphones, please save your life. Save, do something and buy anything else. Okay? They're terrible.
I know you hate those, but I didn't realize you hated them that much.
Yes, like just you. My wife uses them. And I'm like, sweetheart, I can get you something better, something so much better. Everything would sound better. Your life would just be better. She's like, no, I'm fine. I love these headphones. What? How can you love? Why are
You need to drop the bomb. You need to be like, if you want to be seen with me in public,
you can't be
you
wearing?
can't be with your Apple phones. Drop your Apple headphones.
Exactly. So there's two types. There's the kind of the set in the ear, like the Apple iPhone headphones, and then there's the ones that are the in ear, and they have a little rubber kind of thing on them, and those are the ones that will give you the best bass response, the best isolation. Have you ever been on the train or on the bus and heard someone's music coming through their earbuds? If you have the ones with the rubber tips on them, they go in your ear. You get isolation from inside and outside, and honestly, they're much better than noise canceling headphones. So if you're on a plane, I would get a pair of those earbuds and make sure that you would replace the little rubber ones with the ones that fit. For me, I have to use the very smallest ones to make them fit my ear.
You're big-eared.
No, my ears are tiny. My ear canals are tiny.
You're small-eared. Wait.
It didn't matter what I said there.
I know.
You were gonna
I'm
make fun
just
of me.
trying to make fun of you. It didn't work.
Anyway, so headphones in a nutshell. I like the Heil.
In a
Love
nutshell.
Sennheiser. Don't spend too much on headphones. Like, you should be mixing on your monitors. Go with something super cheap if you have lots of people using them. And yeah.
Or, as we say in German, kurz gesagt. In a nutshell.
You're so strange. What does that even mean?
In a nutshell.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Okay. So moving on.
So in our songwriting segment, we are going to break down a song by Alt J.
Yeah.
Because I'm freaking obsessed with this band.
It's fun.
And their song Every Other Freckle is just ridiculous at how awesome it is. This, I will say, this music's not the taste for everybody. I have some guitar students, they're like, this stuff's weird. And I'm like, yeah, it is weird.
Yeah.
But when you become eclectic as we are, then you enjoy it more.
Weird is cool. Weird can be cool. Let's say that.
No, we're cool.
All right.
If we tell people we're cool, we're cool.
All right.
So we're going to break it down. Okay. This is really complicated.
Okay.
Really complicated. Okay, so here's the format of the song, basically. In a nutshell, how do we say that in German, Art? Try it.
Gesprachenduck.
That was good. Ooh, I got shivers and chills.
Wasn't even close.
You're right, it wasn't. Okay, the intro. Okay, so we start with an intro. Has nothing to do with the song melodically or even with the chords or anything, which I like. Very cool. So intro to verse, verse to pre-chorus, pre-chorus to chorus. Now there are two parts to the chorus. There's what I'm calling a chorus A and a chorus B.
Okay.
Then we go into the bridge. Okay, right after the very first chorus. After that, we jump back into the verse, pre-chorus again, but this time the pre-chorus is roughly twice as long as it was the first time.
All right.
Then we jump into the chorus, but there's a solo over the chorus, right? So it's not singing. Then we end with what would be considered chorus B, the second part of the chorus, where we actually finally have the lyrical hook. Then we have an outro. Weird,
Nice.
right?
Let's break it down.
So it's very different. It's not your standard A-B, bridge, B format. It's a bit different. Okay, so we're going to start with clip one. We're going to listen to the intro. So that's it. They start with this this singing and this tom drum thing, right? And it sounds great. It's really good. But I tried to match it to anything else resembling the rest of the song, and the only thing that matches is the fact that there are harmonies. That's it. It's the only thing.
Really?
Chords, like the sound, it doesn't match.
Okay.
Very cool.
Cool.
Okay. Going into the verse, okay, this leads us right into the verse. Thing I like about the verse is we've got minimal drums. We're only using a guitar and a synth. The vocals themselves, very bizarre, but still really cool. Let's jump into clip 2.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, your mouth full. I want to do all the things your lungs do so well. I'm gonna bed into you like a cat beds into a demon.
Okay, so that's the gist of the verse. Okay, very first verse. And now what we're going to do is we are going to jump into the pre-chorus. Okay, pre-chorus is noticeable for the hey effect, which we discussed.
Talked about that a couple weeks ago.
I don't know, like 4 episodes ago. Listen to how they use the hey effect for a beat effect. Chord progression is going to be exactly the same as what is found in the chorus, but you can't tell because this is kind of a crescendo, the way they use it. And then notice the pause going into the chorus. It's very, very cool. So.
Okay.
So that pause and then hitting the snare drum, jumping right into the chorus. Ah,
it's a great effect. Yeah, I like that.
Man. Like first time I heard that, I was like, "Ooh, oh, that is good. That hit the spot. That's like shot of morphine."
It kind of like leaves a little bit of space for. I mean, at this point, the bass has been in there, and it's not like anything like drops dubstep style or EDM style, right? But like. Sometimes you need that kind of space to kind of like let things drop in that way.
Yeah.
You know, even if it isn't the drop.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
I like it. That's good. Okay, so we go into the chorus. Okay. Now we're at full instrumentation. One of the things to really notice about this is listen to the unique beats that they play with the drums, right? Drums has got some pretty cool stuff going on right here. Also, pay attention to some really cool vocal pauses and some cool harmonies.
Last of your kind. Hold me like an animal at I wanna be every leaf that you grow. And those showers that shower you. Gonna pour for at you like a cat pours at my wallet. Be your min and go on the fence.
Oh man, I love this song. It's so good. Okay, so that leads us to the second half of the chorus, which I'm labeling as chorus B. Okay. This is where it's the same as what we heard before with the instrumentation, okay? But now we're going to add an instrument. I don't even know what it is. It's some type of weird synth. And they repeat over and over, Devour Me, okay? So there's a new added emphasis on these vocals. And one of the cool things I really love about this is that the vocals are directly tied to the song. So you'll notice he'll say, "Let the cover girls sing," and that jumps right into the bridge with girls singing, right?
Oh, okay.
I love it.
So okay, that's cool. Here we go.
Let's drop it.
Let the cover girls sing.
Okay, so I love how the vocals are tied to the song itself, right? Mm-hmm. And that leads us right into the bridge, which is completely different from the rest of the song. You got girls humming this. Also, the the harmonies on that are so cool. Just the oh, devour me. I can't sing right now. My voice, yeah.
That's okay. We know what you're talking about.
Yeah. All right, so we move into the verse, okay? So this is the second verse, part 2, right? This is after the bridge. So we've already gone through verse, pre-chorus, chorus, bridge. Now we're doing the verse again. So the whole idea is we're going to start building up again to the chorus. Here we go.
All right.
All hand claps, you will clap. Let me be the wallpaper that papers up your room. I wanna be every button you press. And all the mouths that's around you. Yes, I'm gonna roll around you. Like a cat rolls around, so does it not the
Okay, we still great vocal pauses here and there. They add weird stuff. I'm gonna wallpaper your paper up your room, right? Just the most bizarre lyrics in the world, but it's so cool. Drums come in for the second part of the verse. We got fantastic drum beat and basically full instrumentation for the last half of the verse.
Okay, here we go.
Now we're jumping into the pre-chorus. Just notice the harmonies, the arpeggio vocals, more of the hey effect. Now this pre-chorus is twice as long as the original pre-chorus, roughly.
Okay.
So drop. Oh, wait. Before we do that. So this also leads directly into the solo, which is just on top of the chorus instrumentation.
Okay. So the chords that are played in the chorus.
Yeah, so we're doing pre-chorus to chorus.
Okay, here we go.
If you really think that you can stomach me.
Right, so once again, we're using the vocals. If you think that you can stomach me, right, everything stops, you got the vocals, and it leads right into the solo. Another great vocal pause, just awesome.
Yeah.
Just pause everything.
I think I was expecting more for the solo.
Well, so I cut it out a
very-
little bit.
No. Like as far as the instrumentation.
Oh, yeah.
Like
It's,
I was just like, all right, here's a big instrumental solo.
Oh, you were expecting like a guitar solo. Yeah, it's a synth solo. Yeah.
Very tiny synth solo.
Yeah.
Which is totally fine.
Sorry to disappoint.
No. I wasn't
Okay, so
expecting that. It's totally
That's really funny.
I'm not disappointed.
Okay, so then what we do is basically they jump into the chorus again where they repeat the hook of the song. So the hook does not come until the very final chorus. I want every other freckle. I want every other freckle. Right?
Okay.
That's the title of the song.
Here
And
we
I
go.
love that we don't hear it until the very end. And then
It's a weird thing to do for a hook,
yeah, it's awesome.
right? To leave it to the very, very end.
It's very gutsy. And
Yeah.
the fact that they pulled it off is just awesome. I think it's fantastic that they were able to do
And listeners at home, you'll have to go listen to the song, perhaps buy it on iTunes or Amazon to decide yourself whether it works or not.
that. And then we have the outro. So
Here's the outro.
do you have a clip 8?
I think I do. Let's hear it.
Clip.
Every other freckle, I want 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 every other freckle.
And then the song ends. They end it with an outro.
I think the imagination in building a song in this way, using the instrumentation they're using, and just leaving things like the title of the song to the very end. This is stuff I'm not thinking about. And
Right.
this is what's so cool about this type of music, and Alt J specifically, is like they are kind of, and maybe they're doing things wrong, but I think it's working okay. And I think the song is, their music in general is fun to listen to.
Yeah.
And it's an
and-
interesting thing, and breaking something like this down makes me think a lot more about my own music and what I need to do and put
Yeah,
together.
especially this song, because this song is just fantastic as far as like arrangement and as far as composition goes.
Right.
Just fantastic. Because it's like a set of interlocking parts that all come together to make a nice watch. And I don't know, you can say that they may be doing it wrong. Well, maybe they're not doing it wrong, right? Maybe they're doing it right.
Well, I don't care if they're doing it wrong or not. I like the song.
Yeah,
That's what matters.
There you go. So that's the song breakdown. So yeah, go check out this song. It's on Amazon Music service. I've got that.
It's on Google Play. It's on Spotify. It's on everything.
Yeah.
So it's out there. Cool. All right, picks of the week this week.
Yeah.
Mine, obviously, we've already decided, is Clark Cannon's crazy
Clark Cannon being the former
lip sync
bassist
video. Let's just say lip sync video, because
Yeah.
I think that's really what it is.
former bassist of our band. So we know him. So you'll be able to see what we had to put up with for 2 years. No.
Yeah, it's him and Steve, and we know those
Steve was
two
our
guys.
lead singer.
And I haven't really gotten a chance to look and see if I recognize anybody else. But it's a lot of fun.
Taylor
people.
Swift was in there. I
A
swear
lot
she
of-
was.
Yeah, a lot of fun people having a good time making that video. It's just ridiculous. So we'll put that in the show notes, but we're also going to post it to our Facebook page. So you may see that before you hear this video, and you'll know exactly what we're talking about.
Yep. And then it'd be like, oh yeah, I saw that. I never want to see that again. My eyes cannot erase what I have just seen.
Yeah, seriously. Clark is one of those people you want in your life. Like, he is such a, number one, like such a warm-hearted, good person, but also he's just so fun and hilarious and inappropriate in so many ways.
Yeah.
And nobody seems to mind. That's what I think is the magic behind Clark, is he can be inappropriate and everyone's like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. My pick of the week this week is a band called Bully. Oh man, I just forgot the lead singer's name. Anyway, she is awesome. She reminds me of a 90s grunge singer, the way she approaches things.
Oh, okay.
So I got a clip. This is their song, Trying. And I love this band. They're so great. I just oodles and oodles of love. Anyway, that's...
So it's Bully the band, and you don't remember her name? Sorry, I just wanted to look this up.
Yeah, how's that for appropriate notes for the podcast?
Yeah,
I don't
well,
even remember the name of the...
You did pretty good.
But she's awesome.
Let's see if
I
I
love
can
her.
look it up real quick. Bully band.
Lead singer.
Let's see.
I think her name was like Melissa or
And it looks like she's a guitarist as well.
Quentin or
Let's see here.
Jessica.
Yeah, it's something. I'm not seeing it here,
Emma.
but we'll put that up on the show
And
notes.
she plays guitar too. That's right.
Yeah. Oh, Alicia Bognano.
You butchered that.
I don't know. I don't know what's
Alicia
her.
Baloney.
Yeah, but it says Bully is a Nashville four-piece blasting out the gates with high-power grunge punk, reminiscent of the beginnings of indie rock. The band is fronted by Alicia Bognano, an audio engineer who has been cutting her teeth on the soundboards of indie clubs and studios in recent years. Okay, they definitely seem cool. I'm going to go listen to them.
Cutting their teeth on soundboards. Boy, I need to start using that phrase. I like
That's
that.
a very cool phrase.
I've been cutting my teeth on my soundboard since I was 16.
Yeah,
Yes, that is in the vocabulary now.
that sounds awesome.
Anyway, that's all I got. Thanks everyone for listening. Have a wonderful week, Art.
Yeah, follow us on Twitter, follow us on the website, and subscribe to our show. Tell your friends about us.
Yes.
All right, we're out.